Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Pardon the cough, the dodgy cough that is. Good afternoon from London, England. Live and direct from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Delhi London Gooner. Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. I do apologise for being 10 minutes late. You know what they say, better late than never. Yeah. Other than that, I hope you had a good day. Allow me to say good morning, whether you are getting up, going to the shower, or you're having your breakfast, or you're tidying up around the house on your day off from work, or you just dropped the kids at school. What about saying good evening to you guys, whether you are still tidying up around the house, you're doing the washing up, you're enjoying a good time in the cinemas on a Monday. I know it's Monday. We all wish it was the weekend again, and we can't. Some of us can't wait for the weekend. I know I can't. Or allow me to say good night and rest well. Yeah. Soon come a new day tomorrow, so be prepared. Otherwise, welcome again to another match review involving Arsenal. And in the game against Southampton, it finished. Southampton won, Arsenal won. 2 points dropped. Well, let's think of it this way, yeah? This time last season, we were 7 to 14 points worse off. And now we're 7 to 14 points better off. So who's to say, yeah, that we cannot maintain finishing in the top four? All the doubters and all the haters, but mainly the haters, are coming out saying we'll end up finishing fifth again. Really? Well, we know we've seen a different Arsenal this season. And yes, in the last three games, let's say last 3 games, Bodo Glimt, Leeds United, and yesterday, we have dropped off in levels in the second half, and we've got to sort that situation out. However, overall, we've been fantastic this season. Completely fantastic so far this season. In all competitions, we're top of the leagues that we're in. We're top of our group, knowing that we need a point in Eindhoven to secure top spot. We're top of the English Premier League by 2 points. And we got Forest on Sunday. But the game that we focus on is PSV Eindhoven. And do watch it from our matchday preview of us versus PSV Eindhoven. I believe it's 10 past 5 p.m. that I'm going to be doing my preview for that game. And I will be picking the strongest. Well, no, not the strongest. I'll be picking the 11 that I would go with. The 9 substitutes. Oh, I say 9. The number of substitutes that I would go with and the formation. That's a spoiler. So note that in your diary. Other than that, I would say that in the first half, we were absolutely vintage, quick with our passing. You could see the way that we were knocking the ball about. You could see the way we were quick to press the ball. The intensity was on point. Granit Xhaka getting a top quality goal. Oh, ferocious right foot. Ping! And that's on his weaker foot. That was a great start to the first half. However, you know that we dropped off in the second half, giving the ball away, sloppy passes from a number of individuals. We weren't sloppy. We were nervous as well. Thought the intensity levels dropped. Again, not just the intensity levels, but for me, we allowed Southampton players on the ball to have too much room. They had time to think. It was 5 yards between an Arsenal. You will see an Arsenal player standing off a Southampton player, like 5, 6, 7, maybe 9, 10 yards away from the ball. And I couldn't get the substitution taken off Martinelli. And the decision to not start Tierney was mind-boggling. I would have gone with Tierney and Tommy Yasu at right back. That is my personal opinion. What do you guys think at home? Also, before I carry on, make sure you smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? I've just gotten straight into it without even saying what I normally say. Smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance. Love is always appreciated, yeah? Make sure you share this channel virally. I can't even speak now. Share this channel virally all over the globe, especially amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah? And if you're watching me for the first time, viewer or regular viewer, anyway, welcome on board. Make sure you share this channel amongst your friends and your families, yeah? And tell them to share it amongst their friends and families. On top of that, yeah, do leave me your thoughts of the game. If you're an Arsenal, Southampton fan, or a football fan in general, leave your thoughts of the game at St Mary's. And where do you feel Arsenal will finish in the league at the end of the season? And the question is, yeah, how many points will Arsenal finish up with come the end of the season? Leave it in the comment section below. Your opinions, your own views are more than welcome in the comment section below. And on top of that, yeah, do me a favor, smash the subscribe button for me, yeah? In fact, get your friends and relatives to do the same thing. Tell them to help me subscribe to the channel. I'm going for 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year or by the beginning of the new year. And if you do subscribe, I'll shout you out, yeah? So smash that button for me, left, right, and centre, gloriously but passionately. And I will continue. Yeah, that first half was just not enough. But yet, there was, I don't talk about the referees or blame them for our poor performances, whether it the whole game, second half, first half. But there was a decision where it needed to be reviewed by VAR. The fact that Gabriel Jesus was grappled physically by this Croatian defender, Carleta, I think his name is. He's grappled him. We should have possibly had a penalty. I think it looked like a penalty from where I was watching it from. But yeah, someone in Stockley Park did not want to review it. How and why? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. And hopefully it doesn't take more than, I don't know, more than 2 minutes to review the situation. What is going on in Stockley Park is beyond me. Beyond me. And Keith Hackett has come out publicly on Sky Sports News and criticised the referee of the yesterday's game at St Mary's and referees in general, and rightfully so. But I'm not going to blame the result on a couple of poor referee decisions. I'm going to blame the result on us not finding the intensity, us dropping off in levels, us allowing Southampton to get back into the game and dictate and press for an equaliser, which they deservedly got. So at the end of the day, a draw was a fair result, and Southampton should be happier out of the two sides, out of the two fan base, out of the two clubs. Simple as. I know what I saw, and we must improve in the next league game. But the next game in general is PSV Eindhoven. I'm focused on that. As a wise man once said 20-something odd years ago, one game at a time. Other than that, let's get into the player ratings. Long overdue. So in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. He can't be at 40 for the goal. I mean, he hardly had anything to do other than picking up that ball from the back of the net. But other than that, it was just not. It was a case of nothing much for Ramsdale to do. But other than that, he didn't get his clean sheet, which he would have loved. He would have been disappointed with that. I can't say much on Ramsdale as such, other than he was more of a spectator during that first half. But again, 6. Right back, Benjamin White. I thought he was effective in the first half and throughout the second half as well. Defensively, sharp as well, especially in the first half when Southampton grew into the game. Let's say the first half hour we were brilliant and Southampton grew into the game and put us under a bit of pressure. Even in the second half, despite the fact that we were under pressure, Ben White, who should not have been taken off for whatever reason, yeah, he was so defensively switched on. I'm going to give him a 7. William Saliba, always comfortable with the ball. Won these aerial duels, didn't once miss a header, and that's what I've been saying so far this season. What can I say about him other than not missing headers? Very comfortable with the ball at his feet, confident in his performances and his positioning. But again, I don't think it was a game for defenders as such. So again, I'm going to give him a 6. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhaes, sloppy with his passing with the ball, as per usual. Wasn't at fault for the goal, and yeah, he had it quite easy in the sense that there was not much pressure in the first 25-30 minutes in the first half. 6. Takayura Tomiyasu, defensively solid, even at left back. But for me, I would like to see him attack. I would like to see him overlap Martinelli or even Saka, even if he was playing at right back. He never overlaps his wingers, and that's the thing. He's so defensive orientated, but at times it's very hard to know when you're going to see Tomiyasu overlap a winger. But defensively, yeah, switched on as ever. I'll give him a 6.5. I'm on a 6.5. Right, midfield area. Thomas Partey, fantastic in the first half. You could see why he got the nickname the Octopus while he was an Atletico Madrid player. In the second half, very sloppy with the ball. Very sloppy. Late in challenges, giving away free kicks at an important time, at important times of the at important stages of the game where we needed him to keep his cool. And yeah, very sloppy in that second half. I'm going to give him a 6. Not good enough. Granit Xhaka showed his true leadership. Smashing goal. He got a cracking goal, I will say. Roof of the net, top middles. Keeper, no chance. Other than that, he was definitely effective with the ball in the first half. A little bit sloppy in the second half, but for me, I didn't think he had too much of a bad game. I'm going to give him a 7. Martin Odegaard, every time with this guy. At times, very sloppy with the ball at his feet. Showed intensity in the first half. In the first half, he even showed his quality on the ball. But in the second half, he faded away. And you could see he looked tired alongside some of his colleagues like Partey. Even Xhaka looked a bit tired. I'm going to give him a 6. Right, the front three. Bukayo Saka. Not so very effective in the first half. He was running at Peru. Maybe in stages in the first half, he was absolutely brilliant at times. Showed us a touch of class, and for me, he is heading towards world-class stardom. And the most important thing is we are still in negotiations to tie him down to a long-term deal. which should be announced hopefully sooner rather than later. Other than that, I can't say he was that effective in the second half. I think once Southampton got as once the left back got as tight as possible to him, yeah, he really couldn't affect the game as such. But for me, I'll just give him a 6.5. On the other side, Martinelli, I thought he caused all sorts of problems for Southampton at times, especially when he was running at them directly. I didn't see any reason to take him off. Thought he was more likely to create an opportunity or get a goal for himself at any stage, especially on the counter attack. And for me, I think he deserves a 7 for his tremendous efforts. Gabriel Jesus, the first half, missing 2 gilt-edged chances. I mean, he should be burying one of them at least. In the first, overall, I'd say he put in. Well, yeah, he had to put in a shift, and he was in for a battle, probably against a defender who should have been booked. I do not know how Kaleta Carr, that's his name. I don't understand how he didn't even get a talking to, because there were times where he's given Jesus some kickings, and I think he was the same defender that grappled him in the first half or second half and should have been awarded a penalty, possibly, and I say possibly, a red card before someone comes on here and challenges my question or what I've said about him being sent off. I didn't say he should be sent off, but possibly looking at a red card after the penalty should have been awarded. And again, I will get onto the referee later on. For me, I'm going to give him a 6. Right, the substitutions. Eddie Nketiah. He came on. He was quite lively, to be honest with you. He was quite lively. He had an opportunity. And when he was put through, he took a shot first time, which was deflected for a corner. But other than that, excuse me. Other than that, he was, he was a bit lively and, again, not too effective as such. He worked his socks off as he always does. You can't fault him for that. I'm going to give him a 6. Kieran Tierney. Now, he looked very direct, and you can see the difference between him as playing as a left back and Tomiyasu playing as a makeshift left back. You can see a complete difference. And for me, I would start him in the next game. I would be tempted to start him in the next game for me. I would go, or the next league game, definitely. I'll consider starting him against Forest. I would go with a 6.5. Well, do I go with a 6.5? No, I'll just give him a 6. I'll give him a straight 6. Defensively, he didn't have too much work to do as such. What I can say is, from an offensive point of view, he looked very sharp, and he offered us a different outlay. Who else came on? Someone came on from Benjamin White. No, Takehiro Tomiyasu went at right back. Who came on? Fabio Vieira. Poor, giving the ball away, getting bullied off the ball, very ineffective. I'm gonna have to give him a 4. Just not enough. Just not good enough for me. Not enough impact for me at all. If I've missed out 1 or 2 more substitutes, leave it in the comment section below. But I'm gonna end the player ratings right there. Go to the manager, Mikel Arteta. It was lively from the start. He got the shape right, got the right balance in attack, and then it went downhill from here. Even in the first half, when Southampton grew into the game, without having a touch in our penalty area. Second half, woeful. The spaces appeared. Arsenal, the spaces appeared. I thought a substitute was necessary, at the time. Brought on he makes late substitutes at all times, Mikel Arteta, and that's one of my criticisms of him. And the decision to take off Martinelli was criminal. He looks more of a threat, more of a goal threat or a threat in general than Saka did. And for me, there was no spark after that. I think the levels really dropped even lower, taking him off. Why he went with Takahiro Tomiyasu at left back is beyond me. All right, Kieran Tierney, he has his injury issues as such, but Tierney was prepared and fit, and you can see it as he came on as a substitute. And if Tomiyasu doesn't play, then you got to go with Tierney at left back. And if Benjamin White is the form guy at right position at right back, then you keep him there. But I would have gone with Tierney at left back. I have to say, all in all, and yeah, with the goal, Thomas Partey. I forgot to say about Thomas Partey. I think him or Xhaka, one of the two, allowed Stuart Armstrong to run through the middle, and no one picked him up. So that's what I needed to add. Other than that, with Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give him a sorry 5 out of 10. The referee now, the number of decisions that went against us was a disgrace. I'm not going to sound like Ty. Shout out to yourself, Ty. It's love out here. It's love. And I know you love to talk about referees, but for me, I will have a little talk about the referee if I'm allowed to on my own channel. For me, the decisions, we were crying out for protection, for justice, and crying out for a penalty was too much to ask for. But I'll tell you what, looking at the picture footage, the referee missed a lot. I don't know how he missed that situation involving Caleta Carr and Gabriel Jesus, when Gabriel Jesus was grappled like WWE wrestling, grappled. And no one in Stockley Park, if the referee didn't see it, fair enough, then someone in Stockley Park must get in his ear roll and tell him to go and have a look at the monitor screen. What the heck is it there for? Someone tell me, what the heck is it there for? That overall, the referee, his performance was shocking. Beyond diabolically shocking. He gets a 1. I don't even know his name, and I hope I don't ever see him referee another Arsenal game for this season. Anyway, the fans, magnificent. 9.5 out of 10 for me. Got behind the team, vocal in their support. Even when we conceded the equaliser, I could still hear the Arsenal fans singing, chanting, getting behind the team. They travelled in numbers a long way from London. Southampton is about 3 hours, if that, from London. And they got behind their team all the way. For me, I'm going to give the Arsenal fans a 9.5. So, nearly 25 minutes up, and I'm calling it the end. So, once again, it's a pleasure to say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you for putting up with me and my dodgy cough. I'll be here again, hopefully later on or tomorrow. If not later on, it'll be tomorrow. Otherwise, I wish you a peaceful day. So remember, always look after your friends, look after your families. Do look after yourself, which is important. Peace, love, and blessings again. And remember, help me by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Let's keep this channel growing at full dizzy heights. As DLG repping, I always say that we will talk again, and we will talk again. Until next time, remember, just please always be nice.